Welcome to the Royal Mews, one of the finest working stables in the world and home to the British monarch's magnificent collection of historic coaches, carriages, cars, and of course, horses. Queen Alexandria's state coach has served the royal family for well over a century. It began life in 1865 as a simple town coach before being transformed into a state coach for the Queen. This carriage was designed to combine comfort with dignity. It's got an enclosed body to protect its passengers from the British weather while still providing the grandeur expected on important occasions. This carriage is still used today and it plays a significant ceremonial role. Each year it carries the imperial state crown, the sword of state, and the cap of maintenance between Buckingham Palace and the Palace of Westminster for the state opening of Parliament. This coach, like many of the coaches here, they were built a long time ago, this one 160 years ago, but it shows that the Royal Mews is not just a museum, it is actually a working mews, and these coaches are so important for ceremonial occasions. This coach represents the more practical side of royal travel. Built for everyday journeys around London rather than great ceremonial occasions, it was one of several similar coaches used by the royal family. Most, however, were lost during the Second World War, making this one the only surviving example. Today it offers a fascinating glimpse into the everyday transport of Britain's monarchy over a century ago. This is the beautiful Australian state coach. It's one of the newest and most technically advanced coaches in the Royal Mews. It was presented to Queen Elizabeth II by the people of Australia in 1988 to celebrate Australia's bicentenary, marking 200 years since European settlement. While it honours centuries of royal tradition, this coach was designed with modern engineering in mind. It includes hydraulic suspension for a much smoother journey, making it considerably more comfortable for its passengers. It also features electric windows, heating, air conditioning, allowing it to be used throughout the year in all kinds of weather. Despite these modern comforts, the coach is rich in symbolism. Its exterior is crafted from Australian timbers, while the interior includes decorative panels containing samples of wood collected from every Australian state and territory. It is easy to see why the Australian state coach has become one of the most admired vehicles in the Royal Mews. It is not only a remarkable piece of engineering, but also a lasting symbol of the close ties between Australia and the Crown. Behind the Australian state coach is a remarkable story of a master coach builder, W.J. Frecklington, or Jim. Based in Adelaide, he is one of the world's leading carriage makers and one of the few craftsmen still capable of building a royal state coach entirely by hand. Jim was commissioned to create this coach for Australia's bicentenary in 1988. He combined centuries-old craftsmanship with modern technology. Working with a skilled team of Australian artisans, he spent several years creating a coach that would honour royal tradition while showcasing Australia's finest materials and craftsmanship. The result was this coach, an absolute masterpiece that not only became one of the newest additions to the Royal Mews, but also a lasting symbol of Australia's gift to Queen Elizabeth II. Today, Jim Frecklington's work is recognised around the world, and the Australian state coach remains one of the finest examples of modern coach building ever produced. And as an Australian, I have to say, pretty proud. Oh, how cute are these? The state sleigh was designed by Prince Albert, was given to his wife, Queen Victoria. It was used near Brighton in February of 1845, and the Queen absolutely loved it. She even wrote about it in her journal. This carriage from 1875 was given to Queen Alexandra by her husband, King Edward VII, when she stayed at Sandringham while he embarked on a lengthy tour of India. The Royal Mews isn't just about historic coaches, Its fleet of state cars continues the tradition of transporting the royal family in comfort, safety, and unmistakable style. Wow. 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 The Gold State Coach is undoubtedly the most famous carriage in the Royal Mews and one of the most recognisable symbols of the British monarchy. It was commissioned by King George III in 1760 and completed in 1762. It has carried monarchs to their coronations and many of Britain's greatest state occasions for more than 260 years. Measuring almost 7 metres in length and weighing around 4 tonnes, the coach is lavishly decorated with gilded carvings, painted panels, and intricate sculptures representing Britain's power and prosperity. It is traditionally drawn by 8 Windsor Grey horses and remains the centrepiece of royal ceremonial processions. I love how they have this display set up here with the horses to give you an idea of what it would feel like. More than 2.5 centuries after it was built, the Gold State Coach continues to embody the pageantry, history, and tradition of the British monarchy, remaining one of the world's most iconic ceremonial vehicles. Just a little coach, just little.
Just a tiny little insignificant coach.
Something you just take out for the day. There's so much to discover at the Royal Mews that it's easy to spend several hours exploring. You can tour at your own pace using the excellent multimedia guide, or, as we did, join one of the free guided tours led by one of the knowledgeable wardens. We found the guided tour to be a real highlight, bringing the history of the coaches, the carriages, the cars, and horses to life with fascinating stories you might otherwise miss. If you're planning a visit to Buckingham Palace, or to London in general, the Royal Mews is well worth adding to your itinerary. We really enjoyed it. And look, even behind us is a red bus. Could we be more London today? Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe and check out part 1 of A Royal Day Out at Buckingham Palace, Queen Elizabeth II, Her Life in Style.